How's everybody doing tonight? It's finally fucking Friday. I need a beer so fucking bad right now. We're gonna go home and we're gonna walk some fence lines tonight. And we gotta go down and do some other fucking fence line work, but that's the theme tonight. We're back to fencing. The weather is appropriate and probably gotta feed a bale between then for now, so that way they keep them bitches in and keep them happy. But we're gonna go fucking fix some fence tonight, so hold on to your britches, bitches, because here we go. So I'd like to take a moment to dedicate this segment of the video to Toby over at Squatch 253, because he said he was gonna go home and run today. He was loading up on protein and fuel and all that other fucking crap, because, you know. So I came home and did the only fucking thing a good friend in support would do. I fucking blitzed through a fucking plate of spaghetti, and then I fucking came out here and got a beer just to drink for you, bud. I hope your water and salad taste good tonight. Alright, so we're gonna take side-by-side cruise around and go through the neighbors. Down through their trail along the edge of the fence line, because I can get back there easier without the fucking cows fucking running my ass around. And I can kind of see where the cow shit trail is. See if there's a spot where they're getting out here, going back in or not. The one on this east side, that fence line, I'm gonna have to get back in there and walk back in or whatever, but at least on this one I can sneak around the backside. The cows are up toward the farm more, so hopefully we won't have to listen to them fucking bellering at because they want to go on the other side of the fence. Fucking bastards. Let's get after it. Fucking chipmunk over there. So in most years, that down there is underwater. Last year even had water in it. The year before, that water would have been right up to the edge of that brush. It's usually pretty consistently full down in there, and the cattle like it in the hot summer days because they come into the shade and then they wade in that water because it stays a little cooler than the water in the sun. But this is going to be a fucking... I need to put in a new corner, which means I need to clear out that whole corner, because you can see both my brace posts are fucking long gone. They were old landscape timbers from back in the day. I'm probably going to have to get my 2-stroke post auger out, auger in a couple of new holes. I'm sure that fucking... I don't know how good this railroad tie is. Oh, she's fucking there. She's planted. Yeah, that one's solid yet. You'd be able to kick it and fucking hear if it was hollow on the side, so... I'm gonna walk down here. For the time being, we might just semi-tighten the wires up, so we can kind of get on to the other stuff. Yeah, here's a spot where they climb through. Guarantee you. The calves will, anyway. Because they got that fucking gap and you can see the tracks. So, I think we're going to start here. We'll grab some tools and fucking start shoring up some fence. Okay, so, because this is old, the old red barb, when red barb really made fucking fence wire, I am wearing Impact mechanics gloves. Impact, they're fabricator's gloves, so they're a little bit reinforced, or they used to be. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. Get you. This top strand wasn't terrible, but in order to tighten the other ones, I gotta tighten the top one too. Yeah, I got enough overlap. We can make it work. Be nice to have a little bit more, but the other ones, these ones will have a lot more. And yeah, we'll figure it out. So we grab that. Fencing pliers. That's that dual end. Doesn't really matter for this application because you're going to the inside jaw anyway. If you can see there. Grab both of them, kind of get them nested together like that. Then take that one. Come on. Spin you here. You see that twist on there, and then switch hands here if you're ambidextrous enough to do it. Fuck, I can't talk. Haven't had enough beer. Okay. Tighter you wrap that, the better off you are. Here's your splice, and you'll know if it holds real quick when you pop this. A lot of tension on there now. Reason you wrap opposite ways, so you'll notice I wrapped one this way, one that way, because you have opposing nuts. So as that pulls together, it actually gets tighter on itself. They tighten each other down. You can see that crisscross there. It's trying to pull into itself and tightens up. So we repeat the process down here. This is gonna have a little bit more in it. I walked down a little ways. I didn't see any breaks in the fence, but if she pops, she pops. And this old wire, when it stretches, you can feel that it doesn't stretch like the new stuff. New stuff, fuck, you can run this stretcher right out of you run it right out of room. You don't have anywhere to go with the fucking wires. But this is old wire, but it's still in nice shape. It hasn't been on the ground, hasn't been in the grass. And this old red barb, oof, they made some wicked fucking barbed wire back in the day. As of late, I haven't been super happy with it. I did buy a whole bunch of it, and I wasn't exactly impressed. But that's a story for another day, I guess. If you're trying to build hand strength, this is a good way to do it. And if you think it's easy, try it a few times. We'll have some fence stretching contests at the fucking Bork Fest next year. That'd be a good idea. I'll get people out there to show how well they can splice wire. At least right up until it just makes more work for me. That'll piss me off. Whatever. See, you got that barb there? I should have twisted the wire. and taken that barb off or slid it back, but it will walk back. That one's kind of giving me a little bit of a folly here. And I got enough wraps on it, doesn't matter, but there. 2 splices done, 2 to go. All right, so if we get in here, you can see that fence line that heads out across. That's the one we were working on the other night. That one's still looking pretty good. I just want to check this fence. We basically want to check back this far and see how this is doing. See if there's any consistencies where they can get out. I see a consistent pile of cow shit. And we might have had somebody climb through there to get back in, but I don't think they were climbing out. They certainly weren't getting the whole herd out. This might have been where they were waiting the other night too, a couple of them to try to get back in. Yeah. A cow going through there would leave a pretty big gap compared to a calf. Calf might climb in and out of there, but I'm going to call that good for now. I'd really like to add another strand to that or run electric on it, but we'd have to clear all this brush out of here. And that's more than one day's job, I can tell you. So we're going to go up and we're going to walk down the east line and start checking that. So I'm bringing it back here in a little bit. Well, I think this is thicker than I want to drive the side-by-side through, so looks like we're taking this one on foot. I don't know that we've consistently had cattle through here, but you can definitely see something's been through here. So we're gonna work our way down a little ways and see what we find. To being dry like this, we gotta watch for fucking bees' nests and that kind of shit. I don't want to be getting any fucking hornets or anything, because you'll see me screaming around like a bitch. Okay, so this might be a problem down here. Like I said, this is normally underwater. And you can tell by that strand of barbed wire. And we got all these ones up here. How the fuck does that work? I'm just trying to jump the gap. I'm surprised there's not more cow tracks in here. Most of them could go right underneath there. Oh, I guess we're gonna have to fix that, huh? No time like the present. Not sure what they were doing with this one. We'll get it off there. I need this tool. That one. And what I'd like to do, I think they just got this ran along a few posts. We'll start bringing those down, and that should tighten them up as well. So bear with me here. That was some awful light gauge barbed wire. Even for, I mean, you compare those two, that's half the gauge. I'm guessing that was, I know back in the day they had some government programs for barbed wire. And, oh fuck, looks like I need more fence clips in here. We're just gonna kind of leave this one down here a ways. And they had some fencing subsidies that were kind of a joke. They gave you a bunch of money for shit, but it wasn't really worth a fuck, so. Or I shouldn't say gave you a bunch of money for shit. They gave you materials and shit like that. But this one, this clip ain't so bad. We might try to reuse these because we're gonna have to try to keep them from climbing that fence, the wires from climbing that fence. That's how we do that. And there's 5 strands here. I don't know why there's 5 full strands here. And it might want to pull that fucking post up. Whatever. We'll get this one off and we'll get the driver and some wire and we'll fix her up. There. And I'll seat that post a little bit better and keep that fucker from jumping up. You know, we're on 5 strands here. Really like to get these pretty close together if we can. And yeah, see, that one's not gonna work. I'm just too fucking wore out. I should have went and grabbed a few these fence clips today, but I didn't. So we threw one of these on there. Spacing on the nubs on this post are a little goofy, but it's okay. You see how that works? You remember how, if you watched the last video, take a piece of this and cut it like yay and come around here across that. Then you want your fence pliers with a single tip on it. Grab that, give it a twist. You could do it with regular pliers too. It's just easier to get a hold of it this way. And then I'll keep that thing from wanting to pop and slide up the fucking post, so that way we can get in here and we can pull on these other ones. We just gotta watch which ones we're pulling on, right? Because they're all, watch yourself there. Okay. I don't know if there's a good place to put all this fucking camera equipment when I'm working like this, but we'll try it. Grab another one of these. and get a hold of it with the pliers. Then push down. Like so, you can see that really puts a fucking, it's a strainer basically. So now we can, when we go down along the row, we'll probably have to, so we get down further, loosen them up and move them down. But that's okay. See this, I like to get this one in here too. This is the fourth one, fifth one. I'd like to get them all in there if we can. I'm sorry I keep losing you on the camera. I don't have time to keep moving that fucking thing around, but we'll try. Got that one. Get this one on there. That one is growing. Oh, I was gonna say it's growing into that fucking brush, but it's not. And we want to secure those with another piece of wire. I only had one bag of fence clips in the side by side, so. Oh, I can hear a cow coming. That bitch must hear me. I'm sure. Another piece. Yay by yay, right? Yay long by yay long. Some shit. And I'm left-handed. Yeah, I turn it left, not right. Whatever. I don't give a fuck. So yeah, we're gonna keep climbing down. And as we get further, we'll probably tighten it up. But I do need to go back up there. There's two posts up the hill that we got to move the wires on. So we'll go back that way, I think. No, we'll go this way first. Get further away from the side by side, and we can investigate because we're gonna have to come back this way anyway. So let's grab our shit and get. All right, so here's another one where this post is pushed up because it's been down in the low spot forever. So that one's higher than it should be. We're breaking this shit out of here. Kind of clear this fence back. I should have brought a brush trimmer or chainsaw or some fucking thing, but I didn't. I was hoping to just quick shore up a few things, but you know, I should know how that goes. So we're gonna disconnect all this. Well, at least these top three here, and then drive that post back down. This bottom strand for sure has to be tensioned a little bit. What they did on that bottom strand, now I'm looking at it, that fence post over there, it's just wrapped around the bottom, so, and tied back to itself. It doesn't have doesn't have an actual anchor point. So I'll show you my kind of my half-ass way of tightening that. Get in here. We got these. Get that off. We might be able to reuse that one. Throw it in the bag. I try to keep all this stuff anyway. I don't like to toss it in the woods. You'll find that in a fucking tire if you toss it in the woods. I know I will, but whatever. So you gotta get all these on here. I'm gonna pull this fucker over too. And then drive son of a bitch in. That'll work. Okay. Get our bag over here where we can see it. So this bottom one, I can't pull on it real hard. It'll just pull a fucking the fence off. So I like take it, it's in decent shape yet, and try to twist it. Get it back to itself. You can get away with that to a certain point. And you can see it's got a little tension on it now. And it didn't slack any of these. I'm not trying to get them in here and get these all fucking super tight. Cows don't like this old style red barb. It's fucking sharp as shit. Get you in there. They made some fucking mean tips on them. They just didn't slant cut them like they fucking do now. They actually put a real tip on them. So on the barb back in the day. So and you can see down in here there's a pretty decent amount of forage in these back areas yet. Some of them they've been in. Oh fuck, I did that. And they're starting to clean them out, but they can come down in here and forage around yet until I get that other one done, and they're on hay as well. So they're getting, I mean, they're not even eating on the fence line here, so. But when they can just fucking walk out and do as they please, that's what they choose to do, so. I do like these clips. They make it a lot quicker. Even if you gotta back up some of them with wire. I'm okay with it. Fuck it. They will slack. One nice, I will say, if a cow runs through that fence, they will give a little bit. You know, you get a cow run through a fence, it'll give. And usually let the wires jump up the post versus fucking ripping the cow up and wrecking the fence, breaking the wires and all that. And usually you can go straighten them back out, but it's just, fence maintenance has been needed for a long time. It's just fucking, it takes so much time. So now's that time. We're gonna tie a few of these off, and then we'll go see if we can find any other major problems, and I'll bring it back so this fucking video don't get too long on us and too fucking boring for everybody. So okay, well, I went as far as I could with the fence clips that I had. I'm gonna need more fence clips, and I'm gonna need a beer. And then I think we'll start working our way back from the other side, from the farm side coming south. We don't have a whole long ways to go after this. I went back in quite a ways, so we'll hopefully get this shored up tonight. I always say that, hopefully tonight, hopefully today, hopefully tomorrow, whatever, I don't know. And then we can get back onto the other pasture tomorrow, so weather pending. Might have thunderstorms, whatever. See what happens, I'll bring it back. All right, well, we're almost back to where we were before. Tightened up a few strands. Nothing major, nothing significant. Everything's been looking okay so far. It's a hell of an anthill, huh? That could probably use a little stretching, but I should cut the brush off of it first, so I'm not too worried about that until the brush is off. We were down, oh shit, we were down right in there before, so I just want to walk this, make sure we don't have any major breaks or anything, because we weren't pulling on this fence. So just kind of give everything a look over and see how things are. Yeah, so that one's pulled up right there. And you see that one's been in water before, so we should grab our tools and drive that one back down. And then see what else we got. Oh, there. That wasn't pretty. We reset the post. A little easier if I'm on the other side of the fence for that part of it, but whatever. Fucking made the best of it. So I think this fence line's short up good enough. On most years, this is actually a flowage that comes out of that field. Brad's fields are right over there. On most years, that would flow into this swamp area. It'd be wet. That's why that's all mossy and shit. Yeah. So I guess we're doing all our fucking wet ground fencing this year. We may as well. You can see back in that brush there's a lot of it. All the way back to those bigger trees in the background and all the way back here. They got plenty that they can scrap around and eat. So I'm not feeling too fucking bad for them. They've been back here and they've cherry picked. But they can come back here and fucking eat. They got plenty they can browse on, and they like them. They like those little fresh fucking shoots of brush and stuff, which is good because I need to get in here and clear the rest of this shit out, let some sunlight in. But that's a project for another day. We've burned up a lot of fucking a lot of your guys' time today, so I do appreciate everyone that watches and sticks around for this stuff. Whew, we're working on it. I'm gonna go find something else to do, which means more fucking fencing and another fucking video, but we'll get after it. Thank you guys. Subscribe if you haven't, ring the bell and all that stuff, and memberships are down there if you want one, and I do appreciate it. Cheers, beers, and we'll fucking see you on the next one.